All right, well, number two here, we're going to really grill you today. We've got two more questions.
Sure.
This is always a challenge. What is your vision for the next 3 years?
Okay, that's a great question. So I will answer it in two ways. I will look into what I'm planning for AMATAS and then what I'm seeing for the industry, where it's
Okay.
going. So in terms of AMATAS, what we want to do for sure, I have a goal, is to expand our current team to at least twice of its size. And I have a very good basis for that because even starting from this year, we've already landed some pretty big projects which require us to really quickly expand the team. So I am definitely sure that this is going to happen within the next 3 years, have that double capacity of resources.
Great.
And why is that? That is because even though things are moving towards automation and less and less manual input from experts, we still believe in that manual input, and we still need to have these top level experts in the field of cybersecurity trained.
Right.
Um, Additionally, we have a US registered company for a few years now, but what we're looking into is building a team specifically in the US,
Nice.
not only for business development purposes, but also to have some top level senior experts who will be able to respond even quicker to our clients over there, to any of their requests or needs, and also provide support on site if that is something that is required by them.
Excellent.
We've seen that we've had cases where on site work has been preferable. So far, we've dealt with it pretty successfully.
Right.
However, having that team of experts, US based, that would really help us out in that sense. And something else about our company is that we're really working towards our brand awareness. This is again connected to your first question: is how can we differentiate ourselves? It's difficult when you simply go and you tell your clients, "Oh, I have great quality work.
Right.
I'm very good. I'm an expert."
Right.
Okay, great.
Their words, right?
Exactly. So how do we actually show that? So we have a few initiatives that we will be working towards expanding in the next 3 years. So we have our monthly AMATAS threat intelligence reports in a form of a newsletter that's sent on LinkedIn. We actually have a separate page on that on LinkedIn that you can look up.
Nice.
You can probably find the link somewhere close to the AMATAS company page.
Great.
We also have our expert opinion articles, not only from Boris, who is leading the whole aspect of the strategy and technology of what we do in our services, but also from our other top level service leads in that case for our different services. And additionally, I'm happy to say that we recently launched a new website. So that's another good thing that's gonna help us to stand out and to exactly explain what's our different approach and how do we do things in a more, let's say, interesting and comprehensive way, in a simple way, simple to understand, complex in its interior workings. So, finally, I would say that we always rely on the good old word of mouth.
That's right. That's right.
That's something that's crucial. What we've seen is that our customers, I'm not showing off, but they are usually very happy with what we do, and they're happy with their team, and they have that connection with their team. Like I already said, we need to have that good communication and connection. And what we see is that they start speaking to each other. They start speaking with other companies in their sectors, in their field. They want to help out. So this is something that we're also relying on, and we want to build that alongside our partner network and the different regions that we're trying to expand into.
Right.
So I would say that in general, that would be how we look into us as a company growing in the next 3 years.
Great.
In terms of the industry, like I already mentioned, cybercrime is becoming more and more prominent in our everyday lives.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For every single organization, whether that's private or public, it's inevitable. It's there.
That's right.
So, what do we do? The thing is that there is just so many new opportunities for malicious actors to come up with new ways in order to infiltrate different organizations and, to basically pose all kinds of new innovative threats. So, what we have to do is, like we've already done it so far, have a ready to go combination of the latest and greatest products and the latest and greatest services and experts who are ready to actually engage with these threat actors. Because really, like I already mentioned, the whole cybersecurity ecosystem is complex, and you really need to know what do you need in that specific moment and what's the newest trend, what are the newest threats. You need to have that intelligence.
Right.
So that's one thing, obviously. In terms of AI, the hottest topic.
The hottest topic. This is bells and whistles now. Hold on
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah, absolutely. So I believe that AI, from one side of the things, is going to become absolutely crucial in our industry, in providing different services, in automating a lot of tasks, in being an integral part of different cybersecurity products and solutions, which is great. I think that's going to push us into the next level of things. However, I believe that AI also has a very scary aspect of it. And the scary aspect of it is we've actually done a couple of already specific events when it comes to AI and how that's going to influence the cyber world, the digital world.
Right.
But what we're seeing is that there is already a very strong decline in trust online because of AI.
Right.
And that is because it's becoming more and more literally impossible for people to detect, is this fake? Is this fake on social media? Is this fake in different information outlets? Or is this actual genuine real information? And AI is being used, unfortunately, in many different, again, innovative ways in basically tricking people into giving out their personal details, into giving out company details, in succeeding in financial crime, and so on and so on. So, what's the solution here? I think that alongside the development of AI-led threats, we need to have different technologies and products that are able to detect AI in the first place.
Yes.
And then to adequately recognize and alert people like us, for example, who are delivering different services, and at least investigating what's going on before that information is shared within an organization, for example.
Right.
So I believe that in this sense, this is how we can tackle AI. And the final aspect, which is a combination of both regulatory changes in the next few years, as well as just in terms of how we think about cybersecurity, is the concept of cyber resilience. You can never be fully prepared, and you cannot fully defend yourself against all the different threats out there.
Right.
You will be getting attacked. And it's very likely, this is what the whole world is recognizing now, it's very likely that there's going to be a hole in the wall somewhere, and the bad people are going to walk in and they're going to cause some chaos.
Right.
So what do we do? So here the solution is cyber resilience. So there are several aspects to it. First, you need to anticipate the threat. You need to sort of at least know what is out there. What can you expect from these malicious actors with their new, highly sophisticated attacks? There's different multi-layered attacks where it starts out as a phishing email and then it expands into stealing all of the financial data of the company. So, it's multi-layered, and you really need to anticipate what's coming.
Yeah.
Second is we need to make sure that we withstand these attacks and potentially these successful attacks.
Right.
Withstanding in this case doesn't mean completely stop them. This means make sure that your crucial business activities and elements continue to work without interruptions, without possibly even slowing down, so that your business can stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
This is withstanding, because otherwise, if even one of your crucial activities dies, it's very likely that it brings down everything else with itself.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the second aspect of being able to withstand and maintain the main business functions. And what's the final one is quickly recover. So
Absolutely.
you need to make sure you recover. You cannot simply stay with your crucial business activities. I mean, everything else on the side is there because it's a part of your business.
Right.
So you need to make sure that you have a plan on how to quickly recover and how to learn from what has happened. Learn and improve. Improve your infrastructure, improve your maybe partnerships with vendors, improve what products and technologies you need in terms of cybersecurity, and improve what service providers are delivering to you.
Absolutely.
And in line with this, I can give you an example with regulation, or as I mentioned, taking note of cyber resilience.
Right.
In Europe right now, we have all financial institutions, whether that's a small one or a big one, all of them need to prepare, and they are preparing to a large extent, for the DORA regulation.
Right.
This regulation is one that actually aims to make all of these financial institutions, and why financial institutions? Because they're very often the most targeted, into being cyber resilient. It's a very long and complicated process. It's not simply policies and procedures that you need to update. It's a lot of things. We're helping a lot of organizations to do that, and this law will be coming into effect next year.
Next year, okay.
Yeah. So I would say that this is a good example for Europe, but you know, the US is not far away, because we've seen different proposals, even on the federal level, of how they're thinking about cyber resilience that's going to include more and more different industries within its scope.
Right. Right.
So, you know, very likely that it's not going to be only financial institutions. And even if that doesn't happen at some point in the next 3 years, for example, there are going to be business to business imposed requirements for that cyber resilience aspect.
Okay.
So, you know, this is what I would say is how I'm seeing the next 3 years for our company as a managed services provider, and for the whole of the cybersecurity industry and environment that we're all living in, whether we want to or not.
Yeah, and I agree with you. These are things that thinking ahead, so important. Thinking about resilience, but you know, just like in the IT world traditionally, not just in the cyber world, being able to recover. Right. My audience knows a lot about recovering from when you have a problem, and it's not exactly the problem itself, it's how you can come from that problem and the steps that you take to ensure the longevity. And so recovery is great. I love hearing that. Thank you.